Dr. Manish Narnawane, Deputy Commissioner, Greater Chennai Corporation. Dr. Chinni Krishna, Founder, Blue Cross of India. And Mr. Nitin Jain, Sales Director, Mars Petcare, to light the lamp and mark the inauguration. Good morning, everybody, once again, and my heartiest gratitude to each one of you who have joined us for the discussions on the cause of street companion animals. I especially thank all esteemed panelists for taking the time out to come together on the Mars Petcare Thought Leadership Series. It's the first of its kind initiative in the pet care industry in India that seeks to bring stakeholder representatives from NGOs, the government, individuals, and corporations to put their minds together and find solutions for the welfare of stray and pet companion animals. We conducted our first two seminars, one at Hyderabad and second at Bangalore last year. And I'm really happy to say that we saw a similar enthusiasm there. Amongst all stakeholders, people came together. We had absolutely great discussions and we found joint solutions. So we've been able to create meaningful partnerships, both in both the cities, whether it's Hyderabad or Bangalore, for the welfare of street and adopted pets. We look forward to doing the same in Chennai. This discussion will create an opportunity for dialogue and public-private partnerships that has the potential to change and shape the environment for pets in the state of Tamil Nadu. As you all know, the problem of stray dogs and cats has been a long-standing problem in our country, and the COVID-19 pandemic has made this situation come to light. While a huge effort really by NGOs and the government is not enough. There are wildlife and adoption of cats and dogs, and we need a well-crafted and sustainable advocacy campaign to open doors for more number of adoptions. It's also important to create public awareness on responsible parenting. The time for us come together and create a better world for strays and a more humane society. In addition, we recognize the need for mandatory pet food standards in India, responsible pet parenting through pet registration, and licensing for breeders as well to reduce instances of abandonment and cruelty towards abandoned pets. We have our chief guest today, Dr. Manish Narnawane, Deputy Commissioner, Chennai Municipal Corporation. Thank you for helping us and supporting us in this endeavor. Our guest of honor is Dr. Chinni Krishna, Founder, Blue Cross of India. And sir, thank you very much. You've been like, the biggest support for us through this thought leadership series. And we've got the kind of, we've been able to do what we've done thanks to your support. We'll now watch a short film that shows the condition of street dogs in India.
Meet Desi. His forefathers have been friends with my ancestors for thousands of years. We hunted together, helped each other survive, and became best friends for life. But on the streets, not everyone values this friendship. Is this how best friends treat each other?
Nobody likes to see a dog suffering on the street. We don't like to see them starving. We don't like to see them being picked. Well, the biggest problem for any shelter is overcrowding. Even people who help want to come in and just leave the dog here. Very few people think of actually supporting shelter through keeping the dog and bringing the dog in for treatment. So that becomes a huge problem because every shelter has its limits of how many dogs can be cared for properly. And of course, the best thing of all is adoption.
Our life is the chapter with Desi in our family. Every day is a new adventure. People say Desi has been lucky to be adopted. Truth is, we're the lucky ones. But his other Desi friends are not as lucky.
Many must stay on the streets of our country. The political infrastructure is not very capable for them. They are accident prone. The market areas drive them away. The residential people don't want them sitting in front of the house. Here they have no source of food. That is the reason community feeding becomes very essential.
At Mars Petcare, the world we want tomorrow is linked to our purpose, a better world for pets. We believe that a better world for pets, one where they are more happy, healthy and welcomed, is a better world for everyone. Join us as we work towards creating a world where pets live healthy, happy lives. Let us come together to bring the joy of pet parenting to all, to enable all pets to be adopted by caring owners and aware of pet parenting. We want our pets to be inviting warmly into our society, in cities, homes, the workplace, and in our hearts.
So as you can see, it's really not a very good situation out there. And there have been great efforts. And for Mars Petcare, I think it's our company tagline which says a better world for pets. And this seminar is an effort. We're doing a lot of activities that bring our purpose to life. And to speak about the Mars Petcare purpose and to set the tone for the discussion ahead, I would like to invite Mr. Nitin Jain, Sales Director, Mars Petcare. Nitin is a postgraduate from the Institute of Rural Management, Anand, followed by postgraduate diploma in digital transformation from Emeritus Columbia Business School. He has over 18 years experience with companies like Wipro, acquisition startups, and Mars Petcare. I invite Nitin on the podium and just request that we can move ahead with the proceedings. Thank you, Nitin. Please set the context.
Thank you so much, Vasudha. And as always, this is the third in the series. And as always, it has been a pleasure to be a part of this. The esteemed guests that are there, the panelists, I think if we are able to do justice to this seminar, then we would have taken a definite and a very confident stride forward. Now, coming to Mars, I've got about 10 minutes to speak about Mars, which I will try to do justice to. Mars is a global conglomerate with diverse business interests. It has business interests in gums, candies, and confectionaries. It has interests in pet care, food, and there are various other veterinary health services that Mars is into globally. It is home to brands like Pedigree, Whiskas, Snickers, Bounty, Galaxy, Royal Canin. There are so many brands that are part of the Mars portfolio. Next slide, please. Now, this is one slide which we are very passionate about. Mars is very deep-rooted into its principles, and which is the essence of why we are here doing a few things as far as, where do we get our guidance from? It is from these principles that we continuously sort of assess our decisions. So in terms of coming close to pet nutrition or pet care ecosystem, we grew from a very humble food beginnings, and then gradually, like I told you, we have so many brands under our portfolio, which ranges from pet food to veterinary healthcare services. We have Banfield, we have VCA, we have Blue Pearl, Linnaeus, Anacura. We have so many hospitals, that are part of the Mars group now, where more than 80,000 veterinary professionals and veterinary assistants work with us day in and day out, with the sole purpose of creating a better world for pets. Next. Coming close to India, well, in India, Mars Nutrition is known by its brands Pedigree and Whiskas, but all the other brands that we have in India, Pedigree, Whiskas, I Am, Chappy, and soon to be launched Nutro. I think these are all that will help, serve the pets and give them complete and balanced nutrition. It's always our goal. We have our manufacturing plant. It's a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility, and then we are in the process of further expanding this facility so that it caters to the needs for the next 10 years. Now, like I said, we fundamentally believe that pets make a better world, and hence it is our duty to create a better world for pets. And that's been our guiding light. That's been our motto with which we have taken all our decisions in this company. Next. Now, when I say they make a better world, they make us happier, they make us healthier, they make us smarter, and they make us safer. And each of these things are scientifically proven. When you give that kind of care to pets, what you get is unconditional love, which is something that is most required in today's day and age. Next slide, please. And this is, like I said, is what inspires us every day when we get up, to go to office. This is what inspires us to create a better world for pets. But is it enough when we talk about pets? Is it the only thing that we are focusing? And in a country like India, unless we look at the broader ecosystem, we will not be able to change in a very significant manner, and which is where more than 8 crore or 80 million strays, and like Dr. Chinni Krishna says always, street animals and not strays. I think this is where a huge part of the problem lies, and I'm very happy that this kind of partnership we will be able to at least attempt at chipping away this problem. I will not be vicious to say we will solve the problem, but at least very, very confident start. I think with that is where we have taken this also as our goal, and how do we sort of improve the ecosystem, which also encompasses strays in its effort. How do you define homeless companion? I think roaming stray population on the road, which is not cared for. Even in shelters, you have strays which need a lot more care, a lot more. I would say the facilities there need to improve. The entire ecosystem in the cities need to improve for strays to have a better life. Next. Now, we believe that unless things can be measured, it will not be done. What can be measured will only get done. So pet homelessness is one aspect where we were grappling with when we started with, but we never had any scientific measure of how do you measure homelessness and the gravity of the problem. And this is where many animal welfare experts along with the company have come together to sort of create an index which we call as Ending Pet Homelessness Index, and I'll take you through that. But essentially, it is an effort to understand the extent of the problem and then measure your progress with whatever little efforts you do, how much improvement you are trying to create. So that's the effort of Ending Pet Homelessness Index that has been created. Now, fundamentally, it categorizes homelessness or the plight of strays and homeless animals into three categories. One is the wanted, where they have access to at least some kind of preventive care. Then there is cared for, where people are willing to adopt and willing to give that access to care, and we can address the pain points of the shelters. That is the wanted category. And the third is care, which is cared for, which is the barriers to pet ownership, how we make cities more friendly as far as pet ownership is concerned. And these are the three broad parameters in which Pet Homelessness Index has been defined. And each of these then give you a numeric output of where India is, and then we sort of measure it as we move along. Next slide. Now, just to give you a glimpse of where we are versus the world, I think we are at close to, in the bottom rung, let me put it this way, numbers, it's just the start. But if you just compare with other global countries, I know the life stage is very different, the context is very different, the environment is very different. But unless we compare ourselves to some benchmark, we will never be able to pull ourselves up. And that's the whole idea behind creating this homelessness index. And how do we sort of move along from here would be the essence. Now, what are the three big priorities? Vasudha touched upon it. What are the three big priorities that we have wanted to focus on? One is pet registration, so that there is some amount of accountability that also gets weaves in when we have